My mom, I didn't see her only till now. It almost 15 years I didn't see her.
It's like being in Tibetan, and I've never been in Tibet. It's sometimes very sad that I couldn't go to Tibet, and being Tibetan sometimes is very sad.
I want to go to Tibet, and I just want to see my home, and I just want to talk with my parents and then relatives. Everyone I want to meet them, but it's like a daydream.
Yeah, as a personally as a refugee, it's very difficult. I have to think for my life as well as I have to think for my nation. So sometimes a big conflicting is there.
This hostel was established, I think, as early as 2001, 2002. Now, every year we have some 70, 80 new admission students. So, in a way, we have about 200 Tibetan students residing in this hostel. So, this.
My parents died when I was 3 years old. My families are here in Bailakupe in Nepal. From my childhood, I have been hearing about Tibet from my seniors and my teacher. Like the scenery and mountains and rivers. It's very poetic. So I'm very interested in going back. And it's like being in Tibetan, and I've never been in Tibet. So it's very it's very exciting to go back.
They brought me here doing so small, right? I forgot the Dalit language. So my especially my dad, my mom, and I have totally no conversation only. I can't understand her language. She can't understand my language. We're only just very big difficult to conversate or have a conversation in India. Sometimes they say we are Chinese, our friends, Indian friends. So at that time we feel a little bit inferior, little bit uncomfortable that we are not Chinese. It's a little bit tough for me. I've a little bit problem in English, and so during college I faced some problems. Can't able to answer questions, and sometimes though I have questions, sometimes I don't feel like to ask because of some skills are lacking.
In Tibet, in my family, there are 5 family members, and my father is an animal doctor, and my mother is just housewife. I feel I'm so lucky that I have get a very good opportunity to do my study, and right now I can speak Hindi not well, but I can understand, and Nepali I know, and then English I know. I can communicate with any people without obstacle. If I stay in Tibet, I can imagine that I was already married, because in Tibet they are very small age, they are marriage, they are getting married. So I feel that I'm so lucky that I came to India. I have a love and care for my parents, but it's very difficult situation facing these days, because like these environments which I grown up. Right. Sometimes when Chinese government are coming to our home for the counting our members, they are excusing to them we lost our doctor or she died, something fake reason they're giving for them. If suppose by chance I get document from Delhi embassy, if I get, and if I go to Tibet, then I can sure that because of me my parents and relatives will suffer, because
most of our elder generation people, they came into India in 1960s and early 70s, because Tibet was occupied by China, in 1950s. And after the occupation of Tibet by China, the Tibetan leader, His Holiness Dalai Lama, he came into India, and along with him at that time around 80,000 Tibetans came in.
Very happily here in India, and I've settled very well. Another way, inside you always know that this is not your country. I know I was born there. I escaped from Tibet probably by age 5.5. So after traveling day and night for about a week, when my father said, "Oh, now we're next morning we'll reach Bhutan." In the forest we gather some wood and lit some fire and try to boil some water to make tea. And smoke caught attention, and we were surrounded by Chinese soldiers. And my father said, this is what people said, that there are some Chinese people here, so be careful. But if for any reason the Chinese do come and catch us, then I will say, let's jump, and we all promise to jump in the river. We didn't get the opportunity to jump in the river. So Chinese soldier came surrounded us, with guns pointing at us. And then with them there was one Tibetan. And this Tibetan man looked at my father and said, "Are you so?" He said, "Yes, yes." And then they spoke to each other, and then they said something, and so the soldiers left. And the relief on my mother's face when the soldiers left was something that I cannot forget. Okay, and the scream on my sister's voice, "Ah, Chinese are coming!" That still will haunt me till I die.
Right now, the condition is worsening, and the Tibetan inside Tibet, they are self-immolating. And before we could talk to Tibetan inside Tibet. Now there are a lot of harsh policies, and even there are a lot of there were a lot of CCTVs installed, and even in markets. So this Chinese Communist Party, they are looking at everyone. They are following everyone. So, and they can't keep His Holiness photo. It's like they say that Tibetans in Tibet, they have religious freedom, but then still His Holiness, they can't keep His Holiness photo. And when self-immolation occurs, and when they have to do rituals, they don't allow them to do rituals like death rituals. And there are lots of problems in Tibet, but still the Chinese, they don't accept that there is a problem in Tibet.
My previous school, every morning we should sing the anthem of Chinese. But at that time, what I feel is this is not for me actually. This is not belong to me actually. Where we were not allowed to talk about our religions. So because this kind of issue is very sensitive then. Because I currently in the institute for Chinese. If I stay here, if they know I will stay here, I will be in a very dangerous way. Because if I go back, they will get me and continuously to ask me some questions.
The purpose of middle way approach, as His Holiness Dalai Lama is seeking for middle way approach. So this is beneficial for both sides, Tibetan and Chinese. So we are not seeking for independence now.
So I think that Indian government should take a stand in UN that there is very serious problems in Tibet. There is no human rights in Tibet, and if Indian government will stand, then I think there are other countries which support Tibet. They will also stand again.
We